Welcome everybody, it's Telman. In this video we are going to be talking about the long-awaited World War II Zombies trailer, and this thing is absolutely crazy. And for the people that don't exist, that haven't watched the trailer yet, I recommend you guys go watch it first, because I am not going to be playing at all inside this. I'm just going to play little clips and put images on screen just for the breakdown. Plus, if I actually played any larger clips or anything like that, I'd probably get copyright strikes, so I want to avoid all of that. So I'm just going to be pointing out the important parts inside this trailer. But anyways, there's one last thing I want to mention, that we didn't actually get the name of the map. All we got was Nazi Zombies, which I'm pretty sure is just going to be the name of the mode, so I don't believe we're going to get it. And I also believe they actually tweeted out that they're going to reveal the name at a later date, so we're going to have to wait for that. But for this video, I'm just going to be calling it like Zombies or Nazi Zombies or something like that. But anyways, with that out of the way, let's actually get into this video. So the trailer actually starts off looking over Middenberg, or at least what we believe to be Middenberg. And this area, if we look at the top area, it kind of looks playable, so I'm thinking this is where we're going to actually start off. Then we're going to go into the sewers or whatever they are. I'm not entirely sure what to call these things. There's just like two different floors under it, so two different basement floors. I don't even know what to call this right now. My brain is just so hyped right now, I can't even think of the right word. But anyways, it just goes deeper, two other levels down that we'll see in just a second. But it does look like this is going to be a playable area on the top, so I'm not really sure how much we're going to be able to access in the city area. I'm thinking not too much. I'm thinking we're just going to go straight down right away, but I could be mistaken. But after this, we go underground to this first level underground, and we do see this floor absolutely covered in blood. It looks pretty crazy, but it's absolutely covered in blood. But besides that, you can see a cage looking thing. I'm not entirely sure what to call it. If you had to ask me, I would guess this is an elevator of sorts, because to me at least it looks like something that's going to take you to the next floor under it, so that's what it could be, but I'm probably mistaken. Also, you can see something shining behind it, and you could say it's a perk, you could say it's a mystery box or whatever. We're just not sure right now. But then we go to the even deeper floor, and this is probably where all the crazy experiments were done, because as you guys can see, this place looks absolutely crazy. There's blood everywhere. There's all this crazy looking stuff, which is pretty crazy for multiple different reasons, to be this far underground, to be doing all these experiments right under a city, which is crazy. I've been saying that word way too much, so I'll just try to calm down, but it is crazy. That's all I could say. After this, we see our first image of an in-game zombie, and it looks like this zombie has a breather mask on and something on its eyes, and I really can't say what those are, but it just looks like it may be like trapped. Maybe they were doing experiments on it, and maybe it's in some tube thing or tank or whatever you want to call it. That's what at least I'm guessing is happening there. And this thing, if we look at this thing, just step back for a second, just look at this thing, this crazy looking machine. I don't even know what to say about it. All I can really say is that there's something shiny, and you can see this smoke or fog coming out of it. I'm not entirely sure what it is. It's just dripping out of the top of it. Well, maybe not dripping, just coming out of the top of it. It's kind of shiny in there. I'm not too sure if something's up there exactly. We could just guess right now, but there's really nothing we could really guess, because we don't have that much information for the actual mode right now, so I'm just going to back away from guessing right now. But after this, we get our first in-game, or pretty much any image of our main villain, Dr. Straub, right here. Of course, you can't see him too well, but it's just something of him. We do see a couple more areas of him later in this trailer. I'm probably not going to point out, because they're still just as awful as this one, if not worse, because you just can't see his face too good. You know he's wearing glasses, but besides that, we can't really see his face at all. But this is our first look at him in game. I'm really curious if we're going to see him in game, or exactly what's going to be happening here. It could be a part of a cutscene, maybe the intro, outro, whatever it is. It's going to be crazy, but I don't know. We'll just have to see when the map actually comes out, or at least when they reveal more information about this map. After this, we see a huge metal door thing that it looks like it's outside, and this is why I question if we're going to be able to access more areas of the Middenberg city or wherever it is, because it looks like it's outside to me, but I could be mistaken. It does look like there's snow on it and stuff, but it just could be a lower part of the tunnels or whatever they are. It could be that. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll have to see when the map or when more information is revealed. I'm guessing this is outside, and like I said, it really makes me question if we're going to be able to access even further areas inside Middenberg or something like that. Right here is something that's very interesting, and it's this huge electrical looking thing, and I'm not entirely sure what it is. I think we saw this yesterday for the first time inside one of the teaser trailer things, or whatever you want to call those things, but it looks like a trap to me. If I had to guess, I'd say it's a trap, because we do see it killing a zombie zombie for just a couple frames. At least it looks like the zombie's dying to me, but it would be a really big trap. Just look at the size of that. It looks kind of too big for a trap for me. So I'm thinking maybe it's more like some Easter egg step type of deal thing, or something when you activate it, it just blocks off that area. And that's what it looks like to me, at least. And I'm thinking even if you or zombies walk through it, it's going to kill them regardless. So that's what I'm guessing it's going to be. I don't think it's a trap. Like I said, it looks too big to be a trap to me, but I could be mistaken. But we'll just have to see when we get more information. I'm about tired of saying that, but it's just we can't really say that much about it. All we can do is look at it and speculate. So this little clip right here is pretty interesting because we see a horde of zombies chasing the playable character, or at least what we believe to be a playable character. Of course, we can't see too much of him, so I'm not really going to talk about him that much, but we do see a horde of zombies, and this looks very similar to how other zombies modes play, because when you are running around, you train up zombies, it looks like a bunch of them horde up and chase you. So I'm thinking that is going to be very similar to other zombie modes, and it's not going to be like their Dead Space stuff like a lot of people thought it was. They thought it was going to be completely different from other zombie modes inside Call of Duty, but to me this kind of looks like it's going to be pretty darn similar to the other ones, just seeing how the zombies do horde up around people, because I don't know if that would work inside their Dead Space type games, so I'm not entirely sure, but that's what at least it looks like to me. And then this clip that flies by for just a second or even less than that, but we see this huge blade just run through this part of the map. I'm pretty sure this is where we saw the first level of undergroundness or whatever it's called, but we see this blade just running across, and this could be the reason why the floor is covered in blood, because maybe it's just shredding up things that walk through there. And of course this is probably going to be a trap. This looks more like a trap than the other one, because this looks like it's just going to be running through one area. So that's what I'm thinking, it's just going to be a trap right there. It's going to be a pretty bloody trap, I can tell you that much, because you can see the saw or the blade, whatever you want to call it, is absolutely covered in blood. So I can't wait to check that one out. Oh my gosh, we still have to wait a while for this game to come out still. But anyways, we see a statue of Barbossa right after that, and we can also see him holding a sword, and I don't actually believe that's his sword because it looks like a statue, and Barbossa obviously looks like a statue. So I thought that was worth pointing out. Really nothing else to say about that. You can see things to the left of him, but really there's nothing to really say about them. Now this next zombie, this one is the craziest looking zombie, because we see the zombie just flashing and just flashes him as he gets closer and closer, and then you can see how this zombie really doesn't have any flesh on him. He's pretty much a skeleton at this point. Like, how does that even work? A skeleton can't move on its own, but the thing is just so crazy looking. I haven't seen anything like this since Garand Trophy, which is pretty crazy. But also you have to know something on his back, and I'm not entirely sure what these things are, but there's these pipe looking things, fuse looking things, I'm not entirely sure, just coming out of its back. Now I have no idea what they are, but I think they're worth pointing out. But after this we return to this part of the map, and we saw this is very early on in the trailer, the third layer down that we went, and this one we can actually see where all the experiments were going on, but this time we could see past this glass wall, and we see someone doing something. And if you had to ask me, and this is why I question if Strauss is going to be inside the map while you're playing it, because I'm thinking that just might be Strauss doing experiments right in the middle while you guys are fighting off hordes of zombies, and he's just going to be like, oh, don't worry about it, I'm a little busy right now, don't bug me, I'm kind of busy. And that's what I'm thinking is going to happen here, but I'm not sure. That's what at least it looks like to me. It doesn't look like a zombie, but I could be mistaken, but I'm just saying that it looks like it's going to be Strauss just doing experiments while you're just over there. It could be us building something or something like that, but I highly doubt it. And I keep calling him Strauss. I mean Straub, that's his name, Straub with the B, not S at the end. Now this next thing, I'm not really sure at all what it is, but we see electricity just running all over it. But the reason I wanted to point out really is because you could see what's actually holding this thing up, and it looks like a really big hand. It looks like a statue hand to me, so we're going to be dealing with some huge statues if that's a statue hand, or maybe it's just a close-up or something like that, but it looks like it's a big hand, and it's just a huge statue thing holding it, which doesn't seem like a good idea, because if it is another thing similar to the Barbossa statue, then I would imagine those are really old, so why exactly would you put these things on it? It just doesn't seem like a good idea. We get a glimpse of a napalm zombie, which is actually a zombie we saw from earlier, but now it's a napalm zombie, and I'm interested to see how they actually light on fire in the first place, because it obviously wasn't originally on fire, but now it is. So I wonder if the boss zombie or something is going to be at fault for that. But right here we get our first look at one of the playable characters, or our first at least decent look at one, because we see this character, I'm pretty darn sure this is Maria Fischer, and of course this is the one from all the journal entries and all that good stuff. And we can see her back, of course, really not that great of an image either, but I'm assuming that's who she is, because she has blonde hair. I'm pretty sure she's the only one in the group that really has blonde hair, but also there's something ahead of her, and as you guys can see, there's some weird looking glowing thing, and of course this may be a perk machine, maybe a mystery box or something like that. that. We're not entirely sure, but I'm just saying words because it really can't really say anything because we don't even know what their perks look like in the first place, or what their mystery box, or even if they're going to have a mystery box, is going to look in the first place. So we can speculate all we want, but we're not entirely sure. But if I had to guess, it looks like a perk machine to me. But anyways, the last thing I want to point out, and this thing is weird. This thing looks crazy. I've been saying crazy way too much, but what the thing is, we've been seeing for a little bit now, but I've been kind of skipping over them, but I'm just going to chop up all the clips between them and just show you all the clips of the boss zombie playing right now. And this boss zombie is something else because we see it having like a mace looking thing. I'm not entirely sure if that's the right word to use right here, but it looks like a bat with a bunch of pointy things coming out of it, and that is something I do not want to be being chased by inside zombies. That's just going to be so annoying. I bet you you're going to turn a corner and that guy's going to be standing there. You're going to be all like, you know what? Quit. I just crap my pants. I need to go clean myself up or something like that. It's going to be the worst when you run into this guy. Just look at him, dude. This is crazy. Plus, considering how dark this game looks, it's just going to be crazy. This guy's going to be popping out of nowhere and it's just going to be absolutely crazy. But anyways, that's about it for this breakdown. Tell me if I did miss anything at all inside this trailer. Then, of course, I'll try to do something about it. If it's big enough, I'll probably make a separate video talking about it. But anyways, like I said, that's about it for the trailer breakdown. But I am probably going to be releasing another video later today talking about everything they really said at the Comic-Con panel. That, of course, will be a video sometime later. Hopefully, it'll come up the same day as this one. So go ahead and look forward to that. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and thumbs up. If you guys want to stay tuned for content similar to this, especially that video that I'm planning to make later today, go ahead and subscribe. But I'm going to go and I will catch you guys on my next video.